Hi my friends, and welcome back to our Semantic Manager lessons. In previous lesson we will start talk about the analog signals, and we discussed about simple function which used in calculation of our signals. In this lesson we will talk about another graphs and function, and let's start with our paint, and let's make our graphs here. So my friends, I think you know that in this graph this value is dependent from this value. It means that we have formulas like the y is the function of x. So imagine that we use some function with offset like this, and let's make it like this. And which formulas we will use in this case? And in this case we use the formulas like the y is the kx plus b. So in these graphics graphs we use the low value, which is not zero for these graphs, but zero for signals. For example, you can use the 4 to 12 milliamps, and here is our high level, and this we use the same value like a previous lesson, is 27,648, and in this case our B is equal to low level, and my friends, K is the high level minus low level, and all this one we must divide to 27,648. And imagine that we have the out value. Let's do it like this from here. Sorry, here and here. This is our out, and let's write it here is our out. And how we calculate this? So we use the same formulas. Let me write it down. We used it. Out is equals to high level minus low level, and divided to 27,648 multiplied by the n. N now is here. This one is n. Let me write it. N current. N current, and plus let's write it again. Okay, let's do it like this, and plus LL. So we have some problems here. Let's write it again. out is equals the high plus LL divided by 27,648 multiplied by N current and plus low. And my friends, we also can write these formulas in SCL language, and I think we can do it now if we have more times. Let's do it now and try to simulate our programs. Let's open our OB1. Let's close this one, and here we add network and choose the SCL language here, and let's give it name. The out is equals the we used MV to store the signal from our previous lesson. MV is divided by the 27,648 multiply by the for example, we used 1000 is a high level, and let's use here the 900 and plus 1000 minus 900 plus 100. And now let's write this function in SCL. Write with me, and in the finished of this lesson I will explain you which operation we used and why we write it. ITD, then we use the DTR, then we use our stack L, and here we write the value 2000, so 27,648. Okay, and I think we must do it like 4, but okay, no matter. Now let's write it and compile and watch what will happen, and divide it by R, then we multiply it by the then we must add again the value in our stack, so we use the 900 in the stack, and then we use the multiply by R, and then we again add the value to our stack, so we use the 100, and at last we must store all value, at last we must plus 2R and then store the value plus R, and then store the value in our MD register. MD, let's use the 50. So my friends, about this code is used to scale an integer value to percentage from 0 to 100%, and firstly we use the it's the convert the integer value to double integer. Then we use the DTR. This the convert double integer to real value, and then we load the value to our stack. It's the 27,648, and then we divide to the value we store in our this register divided by to this value which we store in our stack, and then we again download to stack our 900, and we multiply the value which we get as a result from before operation, and then we load again 100 to our stack and divide it to and plus to value which we get as a result from our two previous operations, and we store, and in finished we store the value to MD register. So let's compile our project. So let's save it, and it will be compiled automatically, I think. Okay, what is it? MDT Word. Let's save it again and close this one and close it. I think we will simulate it in our next lesson because I think I have not enough time to do it together. And that's all for today, my friends. I wish you good health and good luck. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button if you enjoy the video. See you in the next lesson.